Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. The S&P 500 was down almost 1.1% today. The Federal Reserve met a couple weeks ago, and today they released the minutes, or basically what they talked about during that meeting. There was some conversation about cutting back on these bond purchases that they've been doing to stimulate the economy at the end of the year, and so the market kind of sold off on that news. However, in my opinion, the market was already heading for a sell-off. I've been talking about it for a couple weeks. I still think it's a healthy thing that needs to happen. It definitely is part of a market, piece. Let me show you my screen, and I'll give you some ideas what I'm talking about here. And so, essentially, this is the S&P 500 for the last, 1 year. Each one of these little boxes is a day. And you can see we've had, 7 downturns of some type. This is the biggest one. It was about 11%. This was 9. This one was almost 7%, et cetera. And so what we're looking for when we're looking at downturns is sort of a release of the pressure. Because what happens is the price gets going so fast, on some of these companies, the price per share, the earnings can't keep up, and the economy can go pretty quick, but sometimes the stock market goes a lot faster. And so you start to stretch out the valuations. You get a very high, what they call price to earnings ratio. And when the market does go down or sideways for some period of time, it just allows earnings to keep up and to catch up. Companies make money every single day. And so if the market spends, a couple of weeks kind of going sideways or going down, that's a good thing. And again, imagine that pressure cooker, that you've got. If it didn't have some release, you would have some problems. And we have had quite a run here without anything of any substance like these particular ones here. So this could be bigger. We're also heading into a seasonal time frame here at the end of August. But again, these are all issues of a upward market. And if you look, every one of these down markets has had a higher low. Every one. So that's higher than that one. That one's higher than that one. That's higher, higher, higher. And so what that really shows you is kind of the primary trend is up. And we're really moving along nicely. Nothing wrong with that. The 200-day moving average, this blue line down here, is very strongly up also. And so all of these are counter trends until otherwise notified. And there's all kinds of different things we look at before we decide that the primary trend has changed into a downtrend. And so I'm not expecting that. I'm ready for it if it does happen. But I am expecting some type of a downturn to happen at some point here, just again to release some of the pressure from what's happening altogether. And I think that's the catalyst. That's what gets us to the next level. If we want to keep this line going and keep this, nice gains moving forward, I think we really need some of these little downturns. I get more uncomfortable when the thing just keeps going up and up and up and up. And, it seems great and the statements look great and those types of things. But again, what that is that's just pressure building inside the pressure cooker. And I just start to worry that there'd be something more dramatic. And sometimes you get, such a huge run up and the fall is, more severe and people start to panic. And that's what causes the actual change in direction. So these little, release of pressures that we've been having are really perfect, actually. So what's happening today is something I feel good about because I think it releases some of the pressure, allows earnings to catch up. And I think we're going to be okay here. We're going to go through a little bit of rockiness. I'm sure. I don't know where this is going, in terms of where it's going to bottom out. We'll see how that works out. But we have seen an awful lot of buying coming in very strongly in the last several little downturns. So maybe we'll see that again. We'll see what happens. So anyway, looking forward to talking to you tomorrow. Thank you.